Hello dears, once again in the channel of facts about terrifying information about sex addicts. Follow to the end to get rid of addiction. Most of us fall into this quagmire at some point in our lives. You're not the only one who does, and no one can be sure that they haven't seen or done such things. And if most of the time we want to compliment ourselves or cover ourselves up in denial, but I think any normal guy will go through some point in that stage where it is considered part of their day to watch porn and masturbate. The truth. Porn films are a source of income for thousands, if not millions, of people, all over the world, starting with the producer of these films, passing through the actor and crew, sometimes reaching only two individuals. It is not surprising that 2 or 3 people can make such films, also through the internet provider of the obsolete videotape as in a cultural film. Of course, everything is now available online, in real time, and in high quality. This multi-billion-dollar industry means that it generates billions in income for its workers. And if the greatest share is the producer and the actor, then everyone also tends to the side of love, but not always. Did you know that all pornographic films depend on acting, and that is why they are called movies? So what happens in them does not represent the truth at all, and all of them aim to provoke the viewer and convince him of a pornographic fantasy, which is considered an insult to women before insulting a man, and most of them are disgusting and disgusting. And it is strange that some men-brained young children expect their wives to do these things with them, and this is very dangerous for the health of the children. Relationship between spouses. Some small facts. 1. The average man in a relationship lasts from 5 to 7 minutes, while in porn movies most of them often use medical drugs to reach the desired shape, whether with an erection or delayed ejaculation. 2. The sizes that we see are imaginary, abnormal, not all men have such sizes. Of course, dear viewer, he dreams of this size and does not know that this may actually harm a woman. Size does not indicate anything, but in the past, a member of small size was a symbol of fertility and not the other way around. 3. Most if not all of the actresses have undergone plastic surgery because there is no perfect person in this regard. In fact, no person is perfect, even if at the beginning of acting they accept who they are, but this does not last long and they begin to more false idealism. They often spend a small part of the money they get on these operations, and on expensive cosmetics as well. 4. I watched many documentaries on this subject and concluded that most or all of them fell into this mud because of poverty and destitution. Or they sold themselves. Basically it wasn't, they just wanted to get some money but didn't know it was a pit or a swamp. If you fell in it your clothes would get dirty and they wouldn't come clean afterwards. Some of them might stop further drying, but not all of them they have the will to do so. Not all actresses are famous and heroines of cinema, and often the majority end up as it seemed, which only changed the outlook of society. After being an ordinary girl that people looked at with respect, she became a girl that people viewed as a commodity, sold and bought with money. The other problem is that it is difficult to solve. If someone wants to edit after one movie, it's time because you know that what is posted on the internet reaches the end of the globe at the same moment, and can never be erased again. It really is a swamp. 5. The actress always looks at the camera and pretends to be happy and fascinated by her muscular fascination with him, even if he does what is considered an insult in all respects. The goal of the movie is to put the viewer in a dreamlike fascination that doesn't happen in reality, just like shooting a movie about a love story that doesn't happen. It can be real, and like Hindi movies, they always make the hero of the movie a superhero. We know this isn't true, but porn films put viewers at greater risk for lack of information about sex, lack of proper sex education, and shyness to talk about it. Of course, there is a lot to say, but I will limit myself to these examples. The question is, do you want them to use you to achieve their goals? Or do you know that you, as a viewer, are a participant in this process? I would have liked to cite some frank examples, but in order to keep the views of the viewer from being skewed, and so that my words would not be a porn story, and how it ruined many after they were deceived by it, and then too late. But getting out of the swamp is better than staying in it for life. Masturbation. Recently some channels started talking about the matter, which should be encouraged so that everyone knows the seriousness of the matter. The danger of the habit is. This habit is not dangerous in terms of action. What happens to the body often happens during normal sex with another person, but the way it happens is what causes the problem. The human mind learns through training, and develops according to every situation a person goes through, and this is a strong point if the education is positive, but in the case of masturbation the opposite happens. During the practice of the habit, the person is in a hurry, trying to accomplish it quickly until he reaches orgasm before discovering it, in addition to feeling guilty as a result of feeling that he is doing something forbidden. This in turn gives signals to the mind to adapt to this, and over time the mind responds to the same situation. Even if the person gets married and has sex with the wife and without feeling guilty, the mind continues to give signals to the body like those it used to before. A person feels guilty for no reason, his heartbeat begins to beat faster, he suffers from premature ejaculation, and this is destructive for a sexual relationship. Unfortunately, treatment takes a lot of time, and many expenses. Considered a great vortex. Therefore, according to studies in the West, it is one of the reasons for divorce. Unfortunately, during the habit, the person does not feel the seriousness of the matter, he or she just wants to escape from the pain of life and relieve stress for a while through that pleasure, but they do not know that it causes pain for the future. Of course, both habit and movies have a great impact on an individual's personality and behavior among members of society, but this is a long topic that I will explain in a later video about getting rid of addiction to sex movies and masturbation. I hope you liked the video. Do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel to receive all new. The channel's goal is to help improve your life for the better. Goodbye my friends.